but Larry Bird was cold. I don't think nobody ever could get out with him.
He talked trash against us, talked trash with against everyone else.
And I'm looking at this guy like, he's nuts, you know?
When you talk about NBA players that would put fear in other players, the first people that will come to your mind will be somebody like Jordan, Shaq, Kobe, or maybe Kevin Garnett. But I feel like there's one guy that should be on everybody's top 5 when talking about the most feared NBA players, and that is Larry Bird. Like, the trash talking he was having with other players was just disrespectful at an all-time high, but at the same time hilarious and creative. Seriously, I will crack up laughing at the way Bird will make players and even legends look like fools. The fear Bird instilled in players' hearts night after night made him a formidable opponent for defenders and even coaches. Larry would literally tell defenders what he would do on the court and proceed to do it. It was exhausting playing Bird every night because they would be in a physical and mental battle they had never seen before. So I found 15 NBA legends sharing stories about what made Larry Bird so feared by many players. And when these legends are talking, you get to see the amount of respect they have for him. So we will start with number 15, David Robinson, aka the Admiral, who left an indelible mark on the NBA with his extraordinary skills and contributions to the game. There is rarely any footage of David Robinson talking about Larry Bird, but there is an interview a year ago when someone asked him who was his favorite player to play against, and this is what he said.
And I know a lot of you young folks may not really remember Larry Bird that well, but that man was a magician. And yeah, no, he was amazing. And he was 6'9", and he had the skill set of a guard. He wasn't that fast. He wasn't that great of an athlete. But he had the heart of a lion. And so playing against him was kind of my real first taste of, man, I want to do that. Right, I want to compete against that every day. That's the kind of thing that's going to make you a monster. And there were a lot of great players. I mean, make no mistake, I've faced a lot of great players every day, but I think when I came into the league, Larry Bird was at his peak. And he was incredible at what he did. And he was humble, and he came to work every single day. And I admired that. And so I think he was my favorite to play against, particularly early in my career.
Number 14, we got Gary Payton, one of the most well-known trash talkers in NBA history, who had intimidated many players in his career. But it is shocking how highly he speaks of Bird after all the battles that he went through against Jordan. He will still pick Larry Bird when it comes to getting into your head. This man was a trash-talking connoisseur, but the way Larry Bird was talking trash was something he never experienced.
And Larry Bird would shoot it anywhere. If you think about how many times he won a championship and what he was doing and what he was averaging, people don't understand. They was like, oh, he was slow. He wasn't, nah, he was just smart. You know what I'm saying? He was smart and he can get it. He can get it done. He wasn't MVP all them times and all the All-Stars all them times for nothing.
I'm going to take you over to this corner. I'm going to dribble 2 times. I'm going to hit your ass in the face. And it bet not touch the rim.
Wow.
And then he said, if it do, I'm going to come right back and do it again until it touch it. That's how Larry Bird used to get at.
Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah, Larry Bird was the coldest shit talker ever, man. And he bagged it up because he was so cold.
That's
you know
crazy.
what I'm saying? So people, ask people about him. Motherfucker used to tell you, boy, you can't do shit with me. I'm too motherfucking good for this.
Wow.
I'm going to give you a Christmas present. This jumper in your face. He used to always say this, man.
Next, we got Dominique Wilkins, the human highlight film. He was a dominant force on the court, captivating audiences with his electrifying dunks and scoring prowess. He had a versatile offensive game, capable of scoring from various positions on the floor. In the 1980s, Wilkins and Larry Bird had a fierce rivalry. They had one of the most memorable playoff battles in NBA history. Dominique Wilkins shared his experience of what it was like going against Larry Bird as a rookie, and this was hilarious.
First time Bird ever talked trash to me. It was my rookie season, my first game I ever played against him. And so I go shake his hand, and he put both hands behind his back. And I'm saying, okay, he getting his head ready to play. And first play of the game, he says, I don't know where they got you guarding me, Holmes. And he shoots a 3. Now, I wasn't upset he made the 3. I said, but this son of a gun just called me Holmes. Look, I was pissed. I said, I wasn't mad he hit the 3, but this some bitch just called me Holmes, And so it set up for a really interesting game. Because I remember one time I came down and I dunked it on him. He laying on the ground, he fouled me, and I'm pointing, and he said, hey, Rook. I said, what? He said, what? He said, I like you. You got he said, you got balls, but I'm still going to get 30 on your ass. He got about 38, but I had to pay my dues. I wasn't upset about that because, back then, as a rookie, you got to pay your dues. Simple as that. He backed up whatever he said. If he tell you going to hit a shot to a certain place, or if he going to take you down to the post, turn around, hit a fadeaway J, he going to do just that, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Joe Dumars, a Pistons legend who many called a Jordan stopper and a key member of the Detroit Pistons bad boys era. He holds deep respect for Larry Bird. The intense rivalry between the Pistons and the Boston Celtics during the late 1980s was marked by fierce competition and mutual admiration. You will see Joe Dumars explain how smart and tough Larry Bird was playing against like it was a chess match.
I said, but please let's not forget how incredible Bird and the Celtics were in their prime. I said, they were almost impossible to go in there and beat. And they said, why? I said, because you could not make a mistake with them. If you turn your head or you don't rotate right on time or whatever it was, those guys made you play. And it was him. Like he was a savant on the court, like just a savant, like 2 plays ahead on everything. And so I was just talking about this maybe 3 or 4 days ago, how hard it was to go into Boston and beat a team when Bird is in his prime.
Dennis Rodman, a Hall of Fame NBA player, renowned for his rebounding and defensive prowess, had so many battles against Bird when he was on the bad boy Pistons. And even though he said some crazy statements about Bird, like saying he wouldn't be able to play in today's NBA, he still had respect for Bird's game when going against him. He actually had a funny welcome to the league moment with Larry Bird in the playoffs. Check it out.
So I think it was 86, 87. So we was playing Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. So they gave me the task of guarding Larry Bird. Guarding Larry Bird. I'm like this 25-year-old rookie in the league. They said, Dennis, you have to guard him. And I'm like, and what I'm saying, guard him. So that was my whole job, to guard the toughest guy on the team, on the other teams. So, so I'm guarding him. And every time I turn my head, he's over there in the 3-point line. He said, I'm over here, Rook. I'm like, I got to go out there and run out there like a dumbass. Let's go out there, try to contest him. He'll hit the 3. I'm like, okay, da-da-da-da.